All right, ladies and gentlemen, our red alert has gone pink, and that's bad. This is the Weather Prediction Center's excessive rainfall outlook for Wednesday, and technically it'll be over 3 days. But the pink is excessive rainfall. And do you remember the last time we saw an excessive rainfall warning? If you guess September 26th, right before Hurricane Helene, then you guessed correct. Hurricane Milton weakened a bit and is now strengthening again. So it's got 150 mile per hour winds, definitely down from 180 mile per hour winds. But a reminder that the winds will churn up probably like Category 5, Category 4 storm surge. So even if it makes landfall as a Category 3 hurricane, you may get Category 4 or Category 5 storm surge. Right now, it's predicted to go either a bit above Tampa Bay, a bit into Tampa Bay, or a bit below Tampa Bay, as models keep windshield wipering with every hurricane wobble. And this will continue up until landfall. Predictions are landfall will be around 8 or 9 p.m. on Wednesday. That also could vary. And right now it's predicted as about a Cat 3 landfall. This is probably the biggest evacuation I've seen out of Florida ever. Gas is running out in some places. So if you are deciding to evacuate at last minute, they say to be safe, you better leave by tonight. Be sure to check the Buddy Gas app to see who does and doesn't have gasoline. I think DeSantis and local mayors are doing their best to get more fuel to each spot as they can. DeSantis has said that President Biden has given him everything he's asked for and will probably approve anything he asks for. So that is good news to see red and blue working together in this disaster scenario. Here we're looking at storm surge graphic, and the storm surge is predicted to be anywhere between 10 feet to 15 feet for some places nearest to landfall. And so, yeah, above 9 feet is not very survivable, y'all. And the people who are predicted to get anywhere from 9 to 15 feet of storm surge are Bonita Beach all the way up to Yankeetown, and that includes Anclote River and Englewood, and then, of course, Tampa Bay. That's pretty much not a look you want to see. And I haven't spent much time yet talking about the possibility of tornadoes. Not that we need worse news, but I actually think Hurricane Milton may produce a high number of tornadoes prior to landfall on Wednesday. Combine a volatile, unstable thermal environment with a favorably sheared front right quadrant may set the stage for a tornado outbreak. That's not good. That's not good at all. So, if you are hanging around or even north or south of the main areas, you may still get affected by tornadoes. All right, notice how Tampa Bay and Orlando are in the super flood risk zone. Well, back in August, Walt Disney World in Orlando was like, ha 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 ha, Villain's Land is coming to the Magic Kingdom. Ha 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 ha. And then Disney was like, hey, none of you employees can leave until the park closes. And we won't close the park until the hurricane hits. Might be too late by the time you try to get out. Disney needs to do better. What's up? First you ruined Star Wars, and now this? Man. And I think the number 2 state that owns Teslas is Florida. So this will be an experiment to see how your electric cars doing the floods. Yeah, I'm here, watching all the wobbles. Been talking about the storm since September 22nd, so I'm a bit burned out, but I'm going to push through because you're worth it. And we got X-class flares and geomagnetic storms and crazy comets. Oh, and I don't know if you guys have heard. There's an election in 27 days. And apparently, the entire fate of the world depends on it. But mathematically, it sounds like the world's going to end either way. Because Republicans say, if Trump doesn't get elected, we're all going to die. And the Democrats say, if Kamala Harris doesn't get elected, we're all going to die. And the chances of both of them getting elected at the same time are 0. So, smoke them if you got them, bitches. All right. Yeah, see the dry slot, hot air thingy steering it or whatever? So that should give us a clue where it's going. Asterisk, question mark. I like to repeat the really important facts, and that pink purple is bad. Just letting you know, shit tons of rain, flooding, storm surge. High winds possible. High risk of excessive rainfall has been issued for parts of central northern Florida peninsula beginning tomorrow. Inland and coastal flooding may combine to increase the overall flood threat, produce the risk of life-threatening flash floods. And this was issued 4 hours ago. Though technically, I kind of gave the same warning 3 days ago. This isn't about me. I think I've thrown in most of the facts, and all facts I haven't covered or covered in the video before this probably. So now I just start to show pretty pictures. Say crazy shit or share thirst traps that I enjoyed as a single man who's never been divorced and has no kids. But one day plans to get married and have kids. We can always dream, right? And in times of troubles, delusions are like a comforting hug. This is the sun doing his thing. Remember, sun acts weird, earth acts weird, people lose their minds. Did you know the Tampa Bay area's main hospital and only trauma center is built on an island at sea level? Man, they sure had confidence in that magic shield protecting it. Let's hope it holds. Content weather guy shouting out surf ski weather guy because apparently he noticed that the thing that caused it, Milton, to de-strengthen was it bounced off the coast of Mexico. Unfortunately, it took a life there. So this hurricane has already killed somebody in Mexico. So it's already a deadly hurricane. And we'll probably only get deadlier 150 mile per hour winds now. And there's a shit ton of trash that people took out, from Hurricane Helene that is strewn everywhere. That'll probably now get redistributed by the waves and the water and the flooding, the storm surge. And then earlier today, in a New York accent, Russia said, "No more Discord for you." Discord has been banned. I've never used Discord. People who love the planet Earth love it, I hear, though. Anywho, here's Mercury, the Sun, and Comet Sunshine. Pretty fascinating. If you're new here, you know that I get obsessed with hurricanes and comets and beautiful women. All right, so stay cool. Stay safe. And prayers up for everybody who needs them. Bobby, excellent graphic that may confuse some. As many followers know that Dada Boo, the Florida wave master, tried explaining dangers to northeast coast of Flafter, Florida after. Milton crosses Lakeland, Orlando, and is in the water again. Wave height map, not surge, but paints picture what will be adding to the coastal surge. Showing 60 plus feet on both sides of Florida. That's waves. West Coast landfall surge as storm approaches. More on the south side as winds and waves add to the numbers. So, yeah, this is going to be nasty, dude. Nasty. Wow. Fascinating. And let's take a look at the GFS. less than 10 days in, it still has shit brewing down here that may head north. It hasn't finished rendering this run yet, but here's one of them, and then here's another. So, okay, just letting you know. Also, there's rare flooding in the Sahara Desert. Oh shit, this video's 10 minutes. Better wrap it up. God bless everyone. Talk to y'all soon. Stay cool. Stay safe. Make me proud. Say your prayers.